Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Rob's video blog. So every day that goes by, I feel like the world and our country is slowly crumbling around me. I feel like any and all common sense that may have once existed is absolutely gone. Everybody in the world is devoid of common sense and reason, and it just absolutely blows my mind. I feel like I am the only sane person in a totally insane world, or I feel like I'm taking crazy pills sometimes. So I came across this article. Illegal immigrants sue Oregon over ballot measure denying licenses. So basically what happened was last year in Oregon, they put Measure 88 up to a vote, which said, should we or should we not deny driver's licenses to illegal immigrants? And the law passed like 60 some odd % of the vote to deny illegal immigrants driver's licenses, which makes perfect sense. You're an illegal immigrant. You're not supposed to be here. Your very presence is breaking the law, let alone trying to get a driver's license, let alone trying to work, let alone going to school, trying to do anything in the country. You come here illegally, you're a criminal. End of story. Okay. We can have a debate whether or not people should be allowed to immigrate, how they should come in, they're escaping, bad conditions. It's better here, blah, blah. I'm not talking about that. We live in a country that has laws. The law says this is how you come to there are a number of ways that you come to the country. You come on a work visa. You come to visit on vacation with a passport. You emigrate legally. These are the ways to get into the country and become a citizen. If you are in the country and not through any of these channels, you are here illegally and you are a criminal. Okay, so it makes perfect sense to me that they would pass this Measure 88 to prevent illegal immigrants from getting driver's licenses. They're not supposed to have them. They're not supposed to be here. Okay. As if it's, think about it for a second. The fact that they actually have to pass a measure to make sure that the state of Oregon doesn't issue driver's licenses to illegal immigrants blows my mind. Have you guys ever been to the MVC or the DMV to try and get a driver's license? I am a legal citizen of the United States. I was born here. Do you know how many forms of identification and address verification I have to show at the DMV? Not to get a new driver's license, not to get a driver's license, but just to renew my existing one. I need a utility bill, I need a bank account, I need my passport, I need there's a whole point system of what you need to get a driver's license. The fact that Oregon was issuing or was possibly going to issue driver's licenses to illegal immigrants absolutely blows my mind. They have no forms of identification. Why they even have to pass a specific measure to prevent this from happening in the first place is totally ridiculous. But the icing on the cake is five illegal immigrants in Oregon are suing, saying that Measure 88 is unconstitutional because it was passed. Measure 88 is unconstitutional because it arbitrarily denies driving privileges based on membership in a disfavored minority group. Okay? Measure 88 doesn't talk about sex. It doesn't talk about race. It doesn't talk about country of origin. It doesn't talk about sexual orientation. It doesn't talk about age. It simply says, if you're an illegal immigrant, if you are not a documented person, you can't prove that you are a legal citizen of the state of Oregon in the United States, you can't get a driver's license. I fail to see how that has absolutely positively anything to do with a disfavored minority group unless you consider criminals a disfavored minority group, in which case, yeah, that's what a criminal is. They are a disfavored individual of society. So based on that, yeah, they're right. It's discriminating against a disfavored minority group, but that's because they're criminals. So the only upside is I can't possibly see this challenge going anywhere. It's absolutely ridiculous that it even happens. And the second question that you got to ask yourself is, how does this even occur? How do five illegal immigrants walk into a municipal courthouse or any government building and file paperwork or get a lawyer to file paperwork to try and sue to repeal the law? They're not even a freaking citizen. How do they have rights to sue over laws that they can't vote on in a country they're not supposed to be in? It's absolutely ridiculous. The fact that these five people didn't file paperwork or walk into a county courthouse and weren't immediately either fined, thrown in prison, or deported is mind-boggling in the first place. So it's just, I mean, and you see this stuff all over the place. There's sanctuary cities in the country. There's, it's totally insane. It's totally nuts. And listen, we can have a debate on whether, we should allow certain types of immigration from different countries, whether we should make it easier to come in the country and all that stuff. That's a great debate to have. That's not the point. The point is, we live in a country with a set of laws. If we're not going to enforce the laws, then we don't live in a country of laws. We live in a country of arbitrary decision making based on based on the people in power. That's the end of the story. So then we're ruled by people and not by laws, and then we have a much, much bigger problem than issuing driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.